Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and for the first time in quite some time I'm reviewing a knife. Yep, amazing. This one is quite a nice budget UK friendly folder that I purchased with my own money from GearBest. It cost me all of about £2.85 if I'm not mistaken. I did order it along with another knife, but I'm still waiting for that one to be dispatched. So in the meantime we'll just have to take a look at this little fellow here. It's quite a nice little thing. It's made entirely out of stainless steel blade, stainless steel handles here, stainless steel clip, and I would imagine a stainless steel back spring as well. And so this is UK friendly, it's non-locking. It's got a half stop just here, as you can see. Stops there and folds away quite nicely too. It's got quite a bit of weight to it. It's what I personally think is quite nicely made. I'll tell you what we better do is let's take a closer look at it. Let's start with the business end as usual. You can see it's a nice sort of drop point. I think it's a bit of a hollow grind there, sort of a sabre grind, I guess you could call that. It's a nice polish on it. As you can see, it's very nicely polished. Blade feels, well, relatively sharp. You've got a little sharpening choil at the end here. Moving along to the stainless handle again. I like the finish here. You've got this polish, and you've got some black paint here as well. Look, nicely finished black paint. We've got Torx screw construction even. Quite a nice strong pocket clip. The screws don't come too far through the handle either. I think that's quite a nice touch. This slightly domed finish to the screws on this side, and we have a lanyard hole at the end here too. So what's it feel like to fold up? Not too bad at all. It's got quite a nice weight to it, the spring. What's the centering like on here? Well, that's not too bad for something that cost me £2.85, guys. That's all right. I like that. The visible side of the spring has been nicely polished, as you can see, to a mirror finish, just like the blade. What's it like on the inside of things? Well, a little rough as you might expect, but then it is out of sight, I suppose. Fit and finish where you've got a bit of a gap there, look. A little bit of a gap at the back, so fit and finish is a bit, possibly. But then it's £2.85, guys. I think the finish on the handle itself is quite nice too, nicely polished. And we've got a polished pocket clip too, so it's quite nicely finished, but there are some little errors in the fit and finish here and there. Right then, let's take a look at a few dimensions. Open length, as you see it here, I measured at 159mm. The blade I measured is 69mm long, so that's well inside the UK legal limit of 76.2 if I remember rightly, guys. And the blade is 2.2mm thick. The handle width is 7mm. That doesn't include the pocket clip. And it will stick out of your pocket by around about 19mm. Check the weight. 71 grams. Or 2.5 ounces. So as I say, for the price, I think you're getting a fairly decent knife here. What's the blade like to open? It's quite stiff to open, so you can't do it single-handed. We actually have a nail nick here to open it with. As you can see, I've got large hands, and I can get 4 fingers on it entirely. As you can see, it's got little, just at the front here, it's got some little kick-outs that sort of almost prevent your fingers from slipping forward into the sharp end of things, but I don't think I'd want to trust it too far, to be honest with you. You probably would slip off of here because it's there is no jimping on here at all, so it's quite slippery up the back here and the front. You know, where the paint is along in the back here, there's no jimping at all. This is the only stops or guard you've got. Quite a nice finish. Can we get any paracord through this lanyard hole then? Give it a go. This is the end of this paracord is actually melted into a point, and it comes through quite nicely, so you can have yourself a little knotted lanyard on there if you wanted to. Now obviously I can't be sure, but this particular knife looks very similar to my key knife here. Fit and finish is the same, whether it comes from the same factory I don't know. It's not quite as shiny, the key knife, but as you can see the you know, the overall finish is similar with the black paint and the back spring and what have you. So it could very well, I don't know, it could very well come from the same factory. So the overall quality of this thing is not bad for the money. The blade feels quite sharp. Ooh, yeah, quite sharp actually. The point is very nice too. There's one way to find out how good this is, and that is to get Bob the Bitzer bag in. Bob the Bitzer bag has actually been on holiday for a little while. He's been down to Lyme Regis, where he's been enjoying the sun and the sea. So I think he's hopefully nicely refreshed now, guys. So what we'll do is we'll start with this sheet of paper, because I don't know how this is going to, you know, it's just a cheap thing, £2.85. How will it cope with a bit of paper? Wow, that's not bad at all. And I haven't touched this blade. This is as it came to me from the factory, would you believe? £2.85. Wow. Picked it up from GearBest. That's not bad at all. Let's get rid of that. There's some cardboarding, so we can do with a bit of old cardboard here, guys. Blimey, it's like hot knife through butter. Good grief, it doesn't even know the cardboard is here. Wow. Okay, so let's get a few strands of cheapy rope involved, shall we? Make sure we get the right way around as well. Right, let's see how it copes with this. Yep, just like the cardboard piece of cake. Let's bring in Mule the tapeworm. Some mule tape as sent to me by my friend Trader Joe. So thank you very much, Trader Joe, for sending this in. Let's give it a go, because this is, you know, if the blade isn't all that good, it'll slip off of this stuff. Let's have a look. Yep, that's all right. It's cut through there too. Tell you what, let's try some speaker style cable. Give it a go. Fold it over. Because I don't know what material this blade's made from, but it's obviously nothing too expensive, I wouldn't have thought. So we'll see how some copper sorts it out. Went straight through there nicely. Okay, let's move on to 3202 copper. 32 strands of 0.02 millimeter copper in this blue insulation here. Give it a go again. We're in the same spot as we cut the other cable. Yeah, cut that all nicely. Give it another go. Still going through it then. That's not bad for such a cheap knife, is it, guys? How about we get the chopping block involved again. This time we'll start with the cheapo rope. It explodes that nice. There's no pressure at all required on this, guys. I'm quite surprised by this budget knife actually. Let's move along to the speaker style cable here. Yep, 7020, 32020. Pings that even better. What about Mule the tapeworm then? Let's get a bit of that going, shall we, guys? Turn it around, hopefully you can see it. Oh, if I can hold it. Blimey, look at that. It's like a scalpel. How is it even possible that a cheap budget knife can be this sharp? I don't believe it. Let's get some pipe going. I'm running out of pipe now because I don't work anywhere where they use pipe anymore. Oh yeah. That's all around the room as usual. Cool. So pretty damn good, that is. Okay then, so quite an interesting result from such a cheap knife. As I say, £2.85. How do they do it? As I say, it's like a little scalpel. It really is sharp, and you've got to be really careful with it too. Overall, fit and finish, not too bad. It's got a nice weight to it. It's nice and comfortable in the hand. As I say, I've got large hands, look, and I can get a hold of it quite nicely. And so you've got these little two bits at the front here, just to stop your hand from slipping forward a little bit. I don't think you get much from that. Maybe a little bit of jimping on the back might have been a better idea. Some jimping just along here would have probably been a bit better. but that would have probably added to the cost of the knife too. But you know, maybe a little bit jimping, guys. Not too bad at all. I quite like it actually. I'm going to be carrying it now that I've reviewed it. I'm going to be carrying it. I'll probably start doing it tomorrow. I did take it into work the other day to show the guys there, so I was carrying it in my pocket then. It sits in a pocket quite nicely too. You've got this nice pocket clip on the back, which is quite strong. As I say, it sticks out by about 19mm. There's no markings on this thing at all, as you can see. It's just completely plain, but the polish is quite nice. There are some fit and finish problems with it, like there's little gaps at the back just here. You can see through there quite easily, guys. But then again, you are only paying £2.85, not even £3 for it. As I say, I did order it with another knife, which hasn't turned up just yet. I think it's going to be shipped probably the beginning of November, so I'm going to have to wait for that one a little bit. It'll be around about a month or so till I get it. I'm not too worried about it. It's another budget friendly knife, guys, something interesting. A fixed blade little thing. But this thing here, not bad at all. There's a little bit of blade play there. You might be able to take that out with a pivot. Not a lot. It folds away quite nicely too. It's quite a strongish back spring. Closes with authority. It does take a little bit of effort to get it out. As you can see, half stop, click, and it's there. Maybe a drop of oil might help. I haven't put any oil on this. I might have to try some 3-in-1 on it. But not a bad knife actually, guys. I quite like it. So a bit of an option there for UK EDC. Just to let you know, I did actually purchase this myself with my own money, along with the other knife that hopefully will be shipped out to me in November time too. And that will be another SR knife, another budget end of budget knife. This thing too is a bit budget end of budget at £2.85, 83 or whatever I paid for it now. Purchased it from GearBest. Not bad at all. I'm really quite surprised with my sample anyway. My sample's razor sharp, and I've got to be very careful with that point there. Man, I'll tell you, really sharp. As you see, it did some really good work during the cutting tests. High polish to the blade here, nice and sharp. Nice polish on the handle, with this nice contrasting black inlay there, black paint inlaid, black along the back here. So we do have a few fit and finish problems with it. The screws just about come through, they're just the right length on the back here. It's all Torx construction. It doesn't creak, it's not loose at all. There's a little bit of blade play going on just here, but that's not a great deal. So there are a few small, tiny little fit and finish issues that I'm not all that happy with. Overall though, for the price, I can seriously recommend this thing. Mine has got a very, very sharp blade on it. I'm quite surprised, and the polish on here, the polish on here is really, really nice actually. So if you were looking for a low-end budget folder, UK friendly, or anywhere else that requires you to have a non-locking blade under 3 inches long, then I can recommend this little fellow. I mean, you could buy 2 or 3 of them, I guess, at that price, and it wouldn't matter if you lost one. You could just replace it as soon as you get back home again. Very nice knife actually. I'm quite surprised with it. I was expecting it to be a bit cheap and nasty for £2 something I paid for it, but it turns out not bad at all, guys. Not bad at all. Nice little pocket clip going on. Not bad at all. Alright then, so if you've got any questions or comments on the little knife, please let me know down below. I will also leave you an affiliate link for this little fellow in the descriptive text down below. Click on that link. I've got links to GearBest down there too. Click on the link for this. If you like it, purchase it via that link, and you'll be helping my channel too, guys. So yes, not a bad little knife. I'm surprised with it actually, guys. It's like a little scalpel, to be honest with you. You've got to be really careful around this point and the rest of the blade. So yeah, highly recommended. Okay then, so thank you very much for watching. Thanks for popping over to Rathbone Manor once again. Hopefully I will see you sometime in the near future then. So I will catch you back here. Laters!
Ruff, ruff.